let's add quests to our quest book in Minecraft. So last episode, we went over creating our project and then, a little bit about how to unify mods and whatnot. I'll talk more about unification of mods at a later date. Oh, yeah, here's the thumbnail area for last episode. So, what we need right now is the quest book. So in here, we have the quest we made at the end of last episode. Oh, that's odd. Oh well. I'm actually going to delete this. And let's go to tech because I have tech mods in here. So the first step is to create your starting quest, the quest that will branch off into everything. So since we're using create, we're going to do andesite alloy. Now this is the main quest. And then we're going to do 3 different quests here. Andesite casing. Andesite. No, not andesite casing. Shaft. So, let's go over dependencies first. So, you want to have... Dependencies are essentially those lines connecting quests that lock them off. So, right-click the quest you want, click Edit, go to Dependencies, Add, and then you can add whatever you want. You can add entire chapter groups, entire chapters, and whatnot. However, you're going to make this depend on andesite alloy. And now if you look, there's no line though. As you can see, no line. What you can do is set this to true. No, not to true, to false, my bad. And that should... Okay, that's odd. But, nevertheless, if I complete this, this is unlocked. It could have to do with the version I'm using or stuff like that, but in most versions it will add the line automatically. Now, let's say, instead of this being for a shaft, you want to make it like energy transmission. Ways you can transfer energy using the mod. Well, you don't want it to have all of them unless you want all of them to be required. Because then it will prevent them from moving on to the next quest. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to item filters. Go to ore filter. And then you're going to get every item you want for this. So cogwheels for me. Shaft. Belt. And really anything else in the create mod that allows you to transfer for energy. Sorry, I don't have access to a mouse right now. Anyways, we're going to shift click these in. And then go to here. Add item. But instead of having it like this, you're going to have to switch from list mode to inventory. Select this. And as you can see, now it's filtering through. I'd recommend renaming it to something like any create transmission blocks. Now you can click this and it will show you all of them. Or is really the only item filter that matters here. Tag filter is also a good one, actually. Let's say this is going to be unrelated to the current quest line we're building, but let's say you want a quest. I'm just gonna a quest that like checks for all, like for, well, not for all, but for any like, one second. Are there any repeat ingots? No. But like for any Minecraft ingot, you can go in here, search up ingot, and go to forge ingots. You can use your arrow keys to go through this. Press enter on the one you want. And then new quest, tag filter, accept. This will do any forge ingots, essentially. Any ingots in the forge system. Now, you will see that these two are considered ingots, so what you could do is go in. I believe, I don't know. But you can do it like that if there's a ton. And there's just tons of different stuff. You can even check for anything in a mod. And so that's how you use the item filters mod. And, you know, there's a lot more you can do with this, with the quest mod. You can go to high dependency lines, you know, make it false. Minimum required dependencies, changes how many. If it's 0 required, that just means that it will require all of them. Optional, this allows you to make it, like, skippable in the quest book, but you won't get the reward. Invisible. Makes it impossible to see, and, like, you can hover over these to see theirs. And it's really nice. You can make it repeatable. This is usually for, shop quests. You can change the shops. Let's go to, like, a pentagon. As you can see, pentagon. I'm gonna see if that's just if the dependencies was just an issue with that one. Okay, so it seems like it's an issue with just this one quest. I'm gonna try. Yeah, I don't know. It's something wrong with this quest. But you can do a lot with this. Next episode, we will be going over Cube.js and how to add custom blocks, items, and recipes to your Modpack.